So in the last video, I discussed that I didn't think that flathead Briggs was going to work out on this. Long story short, I could never get it to... I can get it to idle perfect, but as soon as I put any load on this, it would just bog down and just die. So I spent about, I don't know, 3 days messing with it, trying to tune it. Couldn't get any progress on it. Actually, the jet kit's still back there. Those did absolutely nothing. Looking at it, I should have done this to begin with because this is a sick looking little motor. Just size comparison. Of course, you got to ignore that because it's a gas tank. That's a big old air cleaner. That's the exhaust. It's just physically bigger, which it should be. What it has, that's a 130cc. That's a 212. That should have what, 82cc on it. So that's basically just like a whole little two-stroke motor more. I'm going to put this in that because I'm ready to ride this thing and, you know, just stop fighting with it. So pretty excited for that. I do think this would be a good little running motor if I can get it in a chassis that could run, you know, just the stock carburetor and stuff. Because if you didn't watch that video, it's a gas tank. Gas tank, when it went right there, it just physically did not fit in that. So that's why I took it off. Tried to run an aftermarket carburetor, and I think that's 90% of my issue. So that's getting returned to Amazon. So if I get in a chassis where I could take actually that gas tank right there, which I made a little custom block off for, take that, put it back on there with the rebuilt carburetor, I think it actually run really good. Because when it idles, it don't smoke or anything, and it sounds pretty healthy. So I'd love to figure out a chassis for that. I just don't know what. I've got like 14 different projects going in my mind right now about what it could possibly go in. It just, I need to get around to those projects, which means I got to finish that one. And then this truck's got to get lowered more. So, well, it doesn't have to. It's just, in my mind, it has to. But yeah, so gas tank. I like that on there. I think I'm going to keep it there. So for now, I'm going to pull this off and pull it off and just mock it up on there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, that gas tank, I guess, isn't getting on there. All right, so I put the gas tank back on. I want to see how it fits in here now. I am going to get no adjustment with the chain, so I guess we'll have to take that all out of the rear wheel. Actually, I guess come this way. Okay, so that rear is lined up. Okay, so as far as I know, the holes are lined up. And this thing looks absolutely massive on this thing. Like, again, it has all the plastics and stuff still, but look how huge it looks. A little bit worried about how all that's gonna work out, but we'll figure it out. Because I do plan on keeping the stock carburetor. There's a couple things you can do to get a little bit more power out of these things being completely stock. Now I do plan on firing this thing up, making sure everything's good before, you know if I have to warranty it or not. And I plan on painting some stuff because maybe not all of it, but I don't know. It's just, it looks almost too new on this. And I'm not saying like I'm going to patina it. Just like, the white may look a little bit better, like that cream color, like it matched the wheels. I don't know. Obviously all these stickers are going to have to go. They're hideous. I have seen that on other bikes. Like, look how just off-centered it is. But it is what it is. That's unfortunate because I just cut this chain and I don't think I can go back any. Yeah, because look at that carburetor. So that's super stiff out of the factory. So just undo that. That way it's a little bit better at returning. You're going to have to add another spring somewhere. Well, at least the guy on YouTube I watched did. Works pretty good. Could get... I took this whole thing apart to drill that hole in there. And I don't know what happened, but this spring doesn't look like it's acting right. It feels like it needs more tension on it. I may have stretched it out or something, I don't know. But made this little bracket right here to attach that spring to, I guess, just the exhaust. It works pretty good. I also saw that you can run it, the thing right here too. So not sure where I'll put it actually, but I also drained the assembly oil that they put in this. One Facebook comment said it's like the equivalent to vegetable oil. I would agree to that. So I got as much as I could out of it because there's like no viscosity to it. I'm not going to put this back on until it's in the bike because I got to hook up throttle cable. So I think I'm going to go and put that in the bike, try to bolt it down, everything, see how everything lines up, and then I'm going to go from there. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't record any of it. That's not the unfortunate part. These little slots, I had to extend them about 1 inch that away. I say that's unfortunate because I don't like the idea of doing this frame, even though I paid 40 bucks for it. It fits perfect on here. I was going to go ahead and hook that up before I grabbed the camera again, but that's fine, I didn't. Pretty cool in this thing. Not crazy about the color because, well, I've already said all that, so I just don't, I don't know. I think it'd be cooler, a different color. That's one reason I like that Briggs up there is the white it had. This is cool, I guess, too. That looks kind of redneck, I guess, but I just made a space for those two washers. I didn't use a lock washer that they sent, so I just put some Loctite on that thread. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people upgrade to like the slide carburetor because they just say it feels a lot better. This feels 10 times as good as the other one did. I don't know if it was just because it was a cheap one or what, but this feels really good. Now, I had to put a even bigger spring right here because I had to take this off to drill that. This spring is junk and it just, you bend it to pieces trying to take it off. So it has no spring left in it, which is fine, but this works. This works pretty good. I think there's a spring in here that helps it return a little bit too, but that feels super good. I keep doing it just because it feels good. So let's see. See when the butterfly opens all the way. That's full throttle, which is about half. I'm assuming the rest is just dumping more fuel into there. I've never messed with these, so I'm not sure. So I may need to do some adjustments or something. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's not terrible, I guess. Oh, that didn't work. nor the stand for this. Let's leave choke on for a little bit. Really? Okay, so, oh, by the way, new pair of pants. Yeah. So this chain, you can get it tight as everything, but you can't get, so all this does is this axle just kind of clamps itself right there. I'm assuming this, putting tension on that, pulling it that away, keeps loosening this. So if you see, this is doing that number. Just because that keeps sliding forward. So I think what I need to do, I've seen this on other mini bikes. That might be still hot. It's not. This just a piece of angle iron that is still hot. I'm gonna try to figure out some way to put this here. That way I can thread a or tap a bolt through that. That way you can just tighten it against that that little thingy, and that'll give you more adjustment to, you know, scoot that backwards, and it'll also hold it there. So I'm gonna try that. Not sure how it's gonna go because this little thing right here, that's gonna be kind of aggravating. And you got this weird little lump right there, so I may have to drill a hole in that to sit over it and then just weld it to it. So I'll come back when I figure this more. So here's a little doohickey I came up with. It is just threaded 1/4 20 nut right there. That is gonna go. Oop, that's gonna go right there, and it's gonna just push on that just enough to keep it from backing out. So this little doohickey right here, I keep saying doohickey, I don't know why. I guess just my word today. I had to do that right there so it could just kind of sit over it, and then I'm just gonna kind of weld it right there. Why is it doing that? That's as straight as I think it's going to get. That's not bad. Okay, so here's it welded up and painted. You see, it's not a lot holding that, but I think it's going to be fine. Welded it all the way around. Then you saw that hole, I filled it in with weld, so it's basically spot welded too. And yeah, it actually worked. It's actually working pretty good so far. Okay, so if you're pretty observant, you'll notice that this thing doesn't really have a wheel crib underneath it holding it up. That's because I fixed a kickstand. So this was originally on the bike. You can see it better right there. And that little bracket I just pointed out was bent to everything. So yesterday I didn't record any of it, but I don't know, I wasn't really feeling like setting up a camera to watch me beat on a piece of metal on my vise. But I heated it up, got it fairly decently flat, got it bent to where it needed to be. Then I noticed that, see, it's leaning that way now. It really wanted to go that way even more, and that would make the bike not stand happily, whatever. So let's see. You see right there. I bent a piece of metal, just like a piece of flat stock, and then I put another piece of metal there, like a triangle, to brace it, just to keep that from going too far that way, and it works pretty good. Originally, it was mounted where my roller is now, so I drilled new holes, scooted over a little bit, and yeah. That took just about all afternoon for me to figure that part out, but you know, that's fine. There's a handful of other things I want to do to get this thing ready for, well, actually, I don't really have to get it ready for anything. It's just, this is something that I want to take to a swap meet and, you know, ride around, because that bathroom's far away sometimes, you know, and it'd be a lot easier just to fire this up and zip over there. But as far as getting it ready, I want to put a headlight on it. I showed you a headlight up there a couple videos back. I'm not for sure which one. It's still on the porch from where I was working on this thing up there. Wouldn't mind doing something different with this motor, as in color-wise, because it just, I don't know, it looks too new on that thing. It looks good, at the same time I don't really like it. I don't know. So I'll see what I'll do about that. Then I'd love to do something back here. I don't know. Maybe bend me up a piece of conduit. I'll go right there and mount like a ammo box. That way you can flip it open. If you buy stuff at the swap meet, you can throw it in there. I don't know yet. But I bought these a while back. I don't really remember what for. I think they were like side marker lights off of a Camaro or something. I don't know. It's one of the cars, I think. I think that looked pretty cool right there. That sun is making it dark, so there you go. I got to figure out how to mount that. I ain't too sure if I'm going to run the wires yet. I'd love to put like a little generator or something running off that thing, but I don't know how to really do that yet. I need to watch some videos on that. Those things I mentioned is going to be done later on, because honestly, I'm not getting burnout on this thing, but I feel like if I don't spend a couple more weeks working on it, I will. I don't really want to do that because I like this thing. I'm going to leave this as is. I'm going to ride it around as is because it's pretty fun. I need to tighten up the brakes because they don't really work still. Got all my Amazon stuff ready to go back, carburetor stuff. I don't want to get rid of this motor because I do like it. I just don't really know what to put it in. So if any of you in the comments have an idea, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. It looks too cool for me to just try to sell it again. And I'm not going to get that much out of it, so I might as well just keep it. I'm actually getting ready to work on the next video, which is that square body up there. That's my 81. It's going to go 2 inches, I think 2.5 inches lower in the front. It really only needs 2, But I picked up, actually they're right there. I picked up some 2.5-inch drop spindles for, I'm thinking those are about $60 cheaper than just a 2-inch drop. So why would you not do that? I think this little mini bike's done for a while. But yeah, I'm gonna situate this back there. Actually, that's it. I probably need a sweep in here. We'll pull my truck in here and we'll start on the next video, which you'll probably see next week after this. So yeah, thanks for watching.